Early next morning, I drove Scylla, worn out from the vigil she had insisted on keeping all night beside Bill's body, and heavily drugged now with sedatives, home to the Cotswolds. The children came out and met her on the doorstep, their 3 faces solemn and round-eyed. Beside them stood Joan, the briskly competent girl who looked after them, and to whom I had telephoned the news the evening before. There on the step, Scylla sat down and wept. The children knelt and sat beside her, putting their arms round her, doing their best to comfort a grief they could only dimly understand. Presently, Scylla went upstairs to bed. I drew the curtains for her and tucked her in and kissed her cheek. She was exhausted and very sleepy, and I hoped it would be many hours before she woke again. I went along to my own room and changed my clothes. Downstairs I found Joan putting coffee, bacon and eggs and hot rolls for me on the kitchen table. I gave the children the chocolate bars I had bought for them the previous morning. How very long ago it seemed. And they sat with me, munching, while I ate my breakfast. Joan poured herself some coffee.
"Alan,"
said William. He was 5, the youngest, and he would never go on speaking until you said yes to show you were listening. "Yes?" I said.
"What happened to Daddy?"
So I told them about it. All of it, except the wire. They were unusually silent for a while. Then Henry, just 8, asked calmly,
"Is he going to be buried or burnt?"
Before I could answer, he and his elder sister, Polly, launched into a heated and astonishingly well-informed discussion about the respective merits of burial and cremation. I was horrified, but relieved too, and Joan, catching my eye, was hard put to it not to laugh. The innocent toughness of their conversation started me on my way back to Maidenhead in a more cheerful frame of mind. I put Bill's big car in the garage and set off in my own little dark blue Lotus. The fog had completely gone, but I drove slowly, for me, working out what was best to do. First, I called at the hospital. I collected Bill's clothes, signed forms, made arrangements. There was to be a routine post-mortem examination the next day.